Inequality keeps rising. It's a trend that is far larger than our current political disputes, and it deepened in the pandemic. The top 10% controls a whopping 60% of wealth. Half the nation gets by on just 6% of the pie. And this is not just the way it must be. It's actually worse than most of our own history, so it can be more fair, and worse than many other wealthy countries. Plenty of Americans are mad about it, and lately all kinds of candidates invoke populism and waging war on elites, rhetoric which can drive, of course, different policies. Here's AOC.
We are at a crossroads. We can either have extreme wealth inequality with the toxic division and corruption that it requires to survive, or we can have a fair economy for working people along with the democracy and the freedoms that uphold it.
Now, the financial sector can buzz during boom or bust times. We've had the market slide in response to the Trump tariffs, which, of course, are government activity. A reminder that even in our capitalist America, there may not be a pure free market. Now, economists say a free market is a system where free competition sets prices and economic outcomes, and that can be good for the majority, right? Competition can benefit consumers, can even help hold companies accountable through that competition, in theory. But outside of economics class, do we have free markets? This is pretty important when you think about all this stuff that I'm mentioning, and many experts say it's actually a myth if you look at our rigged and managed U.S. economy. And that's not just liberal critics. Take an insider from a top hedge fund, BlackRock, who says this is the great free market hoax because we're dealing with a collection of rules. Changing them brings different outcomes, and then those can just be dubbed market outcomes. When rich, powerful interests set rules to benefit themselves, well, they often get their outcomes. Now, if this sounds like a lot of economics, here are 3 examples you know. 1, taxis. The government will set the rules, the price, the availability, say, in a local city. So as a consumer, you can get in a taxi or not, but there ain't a lot of competition. 2, Warren Buffett, he pays lower taxes than people with less money than him because the rules tax his stock income lower than the labor income that most people earn. Critics say that's just a rule favoring the rich, not a free market outcome. Buffett himself has said it's unfair. 3, you have companies that seem to get to run basically international virtual monopolies, a problem that has mounted with big tech like Google and Meta, which is Facebook. They've profited mightily and only lately, actually, interestingly, faced more government pressure. Some of this coming out of the Biden-era appointees, sometimes even obscure officials having a big impact.
We're seeing something astonishing in court. 2 of the biggest and most innovative companies in American history in the same courthouse on the same day, fighting to stave off U.S. government efforts to break them up.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg taking the stand
in one of the most highly anticipated trials in the tech world.
The social media giant is accused of unfairly dominating the market.
A federal judge has found that tech giant Google broke antitrust laws, acting illegally to maintain a monopoly.
A landmark court ruling that could change the way that you use the internet.
A federal judge has ruled that Google holds an illegal monopoly. It is the 2nd antitrust case the tech titan has lost.
It's been going on, a lot of that. Some of the work grinds on with Meta fighting government cases that allege monopolies. Zuckerberg has been testifying. He even faced receipts, quoting him talking about neutralizing a potential competitor through purchasing Instagram. So again, using money and power not to sow competition, but to starve it. Or take Google, which we all use many times a day, most of us. They've been losing antitrust cases despite their power and basic popularity. There are rulings that they run a type of monopoly in both search and ads. This pressure could help address what is clearly an uneven playing field. And I'm telling you all this, and it matters, even though it may admittedly sometimes get less attention than the splashy tech MAGA romance stories. There's some larger trends here. They affect you, and your family, and the inequality I mentioned. Great to have you. I discussed some of this in our setup. You make the point that there is no freestanding just version of the economy. So what do you mean first by market crafters, and what are the positive lessons here in your book?
Yeah. Well, market craft is a long-term historical practice when policymakers guide or harness markets to make Americans richer, safer, or more economically stable. And the thing that I think is so important to understand at this moment in time is we're coming out of 40 years where economists and experts have told Americans, you just got to sort of take what the market is giving you. Markets self-regulate, they're chaotic. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to take it. And that's led us to lower wages, higher prices for everything from housing to care, and immense corporate concentration. And so I wrote the book because history shows us that there's a better way. We can craft markets to make things much more affordable, to provide good jobs, and there's a hopeful future in that.
Yeah, I think you've done something compelling here, and it's not a conspiracy theory. Indeed, I've never known you to be a conspiracy theorist.
Not so far.
But what you just referred to, this idea that some on more, I would call it the right or conservative economic view of what you said, just take it, is, but we're not even really responsible. Because that's just where we landed. We landed with terrible inequality.
Right.
We landed with, I mentioned some of the rules. What are the examples here, and you have some from the recent Biden era, where the crafting goes the other way?
Yeah. Well, in some ways, it's not rocket science. If you just think about the major American industries, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, airlines, banking, and finance. You add up all of these industries, and what you see is that well over half of the American economy is structured by the state. We make big policy decisions in healthcare markets that can make it expensive or cheap, accessible or not accessible. We bail out banks when things get tricky. The Fed makes all kinds of decisions around its monetary policy and how it sets the price of short-term credit.
Mm-hmm. It seems like the market problems kind of baked in an early system that was very hard to reform.
Absolutely. So, the biggest issue in healthcare markets is the fact that we don't have any kind of Central American institution that's responsible for making healthcare cheap and quality for everyone. We have bits and pieces. We have Medicare for the elderly. We have Medicaid for the working class and poor. We have CHIPS for kids. But we have no comprehensive program. And we get the outcomes that we get. We pay double what other developed countries do for health insurance with the exact same outcomes. But I think that we can see there's a recipe for how to do it better. And it has a couple core ingredients. The first is be super clear about what the mission is. It could be affordable quality health care for every American. It could be cheaper housing for everyone. It could be making semiconductors at home. But a clear mission is needed. And then second, an institution that has the responsibility to get it done. So there are a couple examples that are, I think, good in showing how to do this. The first is the CHIPS program. So in the Biden administration, they passed a major bill to bring back semiconductor manufacturing to the United States. That was just a few years ago. And now we have 5 of the world's largest advanced semiconductor manufacturers making those chips here. TSMC is making the cutting edge chips for your iPhone in Arizona, and they weren't even on the map.
And you might be the only person who knows that.
Well, this is part of the problem. But the more that we look at that story, we can see, well, what happened? We had a clear mission. It happened to be a bipartisan one as well. They gave clear institutional power to the Commerce Department with the discretion to get it done, and they moved relatively quickly. So if we can do that for semiconductors and chips, my God, we should be able to do that for healthcare. In housing, we can do the same thing.
I want to show Mark Zuckerberg, along with some of the other tech folks, they've been losing money under the Trump tariffs in the markets, even as they thought this might be a good deal. I think we have some of those losses with Bezos, Zuckerberg. And when you look at that, do we have that? We're pulling it up. You got 6, there's the numbers. I mean, it's really massive, and you see them. This is at the inauguration, of course. The gentleman, though, there on your left, Mark Zuckerberg, you know him well. You came up at Harvard together. I believe you shared a room.
Indeed. And
launched this Facebook company together.
A small thing.
So it's pretty striking since here he is now. But you warned about some of this all the way back in 2019. I'm sure it affected the relationship, but you wrote in the New York Times that Zuckerberg's influence was staggering and far beyond that of anyone else in the private sector or government. For too long, lawmakers have marveled at Facebook's explosive growth and overlooked their responsibility to ensure Americans are protected and markets are competitive. When you look at that warning then, and the problems with democracy, with hate speech, and then ultimately with what Zuckerberg is doing today. What do you think the problem is? Do you think the regulation helps? And not to over-personalize it, but you know him. What do you think's become of Mark Zuckerberg and the way he's moving with his power today?
Yeah, well, I haven't spoken to Mark since I wrote that piece 6 years ago. I think I became the black sheep when I spoke out. But I see a lot of problems. There's the concentration of corporate power. There's misinformation. There's what it's doing to our kids' mental health. There are privacy concerns. I mean, there are many problems in social media and elsewhere. And ironically, maybe it was that whole experience, my own personal experience of having to, face the reality of what Facebook had become. Wrestle with my own responsibility to say, wait a second, this doesn't reflect my values, speak up about that, but then also learn that there is a long history of anti-monopoly practice in the United States where we charged a specific institution, the Federal Trade Commission, with a mission: make markets competitive and fair. And then we saw what happens when you put an entrepreneurial leader in the chair seat like Lina Khan, as Joe Biden did a few years ago. All of a sudden, we have suits against Meta, Google, Apple, Amazon. I mean, all of them are actually having to answer for what they have built over the past few years. And so I think that, we'll see where the suits go. Google's, as you said, in the lead up has already been declared a monopoly twice in the courts, and the Facebook trial doesn't look like it's going very well. But whatever the outcomes are, I think that's a clear example of a government institution fighting for Americans to make markets more competitive, more fair, and we can learn a lot from that in other industries and other places.